Hello, everyone. This is Michelle with Michelle Crochets and Crafts. How are you all doing today? I ended up giving the one I made away. A friend of mine really liked it, so I gave it to her yesterday. Because that's what I do. I make stuff and I give it away. This is another one that I started. Hello, Timmy. How are you? This is another one that I started. I started one of the ties, and I see it's got the nice picot border at the top on both sides. But for this purposes today, I'm going to be using a 4-weight red yarn. And it's said to start out with a slip knot, or what do we call them? Not a slip knot. A magic circle. It calls for a magic circle. Now, I've seen some people do it in a nicer way, going like this, and so you make a circle, and then you go through the back side of this, and you grab a loop of your working yarn. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. But there's 1, 2, and then do a chain 3. I'm not doing too good with this. What? You don't do magic circles? Yes, I do magic circles, but I don't do them that way. What I do is I wrap it around my fingers twice, kind of do an X. Then I take my hook, go under the first one, and grab the second one over the middle finger. And then take this yarn and hold it like I normally do. And then I do my chain 3. I'm not very good at it. My hands shake. So I keep trying. 1, 2, 3. Do 2 more double crochets in the circle. If you don't do magic circles, you can do a slip knot and just crochet in this slip knot. You're going to do 3 double crochets. Your chain 3 it counts as a double crochet always. At the end of every row, when you start a new row, the chain 3 counts as the first double crochet. And we will be doing that a lot this time. So that's 2. Actually, I did that wrong. I got to go over the 2 stitch, both loops. So, hi Sue, how are you? And Sarah, hello. And yeah, I'm having problems with the magic circle, so I'm doing a slip knot. That'll work just as well. Do a chain one, make it decent size because you're gonna do 6 double crochets in it. Okay, so then you're gonna do 3 more chains, which will count as your first double crochet. And then you will double crochet, put 2 more double crochets in the 4th chain from hook. Won't be doing this. Do a slip knot, Timmy. I did a slip knot. If you don't want to do this, this is fine. I know not everybody's ready to do this, but I gave up my first one. I gave my first one that I finished away, and I got this one almost done. I was working on the edges, the drawstrings. Hello, Alicia. How are you? It's still a magic circle. I don't think so, but it's up to you. How do you start your crochet projects if you don't start with a slip knot or a magic circle? Timmy and Sue, say hi to Alicia. Welcome. This is gonna be a headband, and it's one of those that I gotta finish making the drawstrings. There's one of them. I gotta do slip knots around it, but then you put it like this and you tie it under your hair at the nape of your neck. Good, thank you. I will try it while watching another time. We'll stay to watch and chat. Having lunch. All right, Alicia, thank you. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Love that color. Thank you. That came from, this is a 3-weight yarn from Mandala. And I've gotten most of that color done. So then I took out some of the darker green to do the straps. All right. So after you do your 3 double crochets, you're gonna chain 3 and then do 3 more double crochets in the same space. Your beginning chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Remember that. So you've got 3 double crochets, and now you chain 3, and you do 3 more double crochets in the same spot. The reason why they suggest starting it with a magic circle is so that you can tighten it after you do the 2 sets of 3 double crochets in there. Hello, Tina. How are you? 2 and 3. Because right now, with starting with a slip knot, I won't be able to tighten it. See that big gaping hole under here? That's my beginner. And you're not supposed to have that. That's why they suggest starting it with a magic ring. Then I did a chain 3 and I turned my work. Now that very first double crochet space that I come to, that's where I'm going to add 2 more double crochets. If I can. And then I'm going to chain 1 between each of the double crochet sets, except for at the corner where the chain 3 is. It'll always be 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. But between each of the chain 3s, you will do a chain 1, other than in that corner. So for right now, I am using a 4-way yarn. I'm using my G hook, 4mm, but I'm using bigger yarn, and I'm using red yarn for this one. You can make these for whatever size, for baby, toddler, elementary student, preteen. You can make them for all size heads. They suggest 13 inches across from end to end. And mine is about 13 inches from this end to this end. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so I did a double crochet or 3 doubles in the corner space, the chain 3 space. Now I'm going to chain 3 and do 3 more double crochets in that space. I'm on row 2. And then I'm going to do a chain 1, and then I'm going to do 3 double crochets in that very last, or the top of the first double crochet from the previous row. One, 2, Hello, Maritza. How are you? I'm trying to teach you how to make a bandana. I'm having a hard time with the crocheting on, but this is what it looks like. I'm having a hard time crocheting so you see me. But this is what it looks like, and I'm working on the edges here, the ties that tie behind your neck, below your hairline. Okay, so I did for row 2, I've got 3 double crochets in the very first top of the very first double crochet from the previous row. I do a chain 1, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet in the center, and then do a chain 1 and 3 double crochets in the very last double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That chain 3 does count as your first double crochet for the next row. Yeah, or the top of the chain 3. Yes, that is correct, Tina. So now I will put, that does count as your first one. So you put 2 more double crochets in that very top first stitch. And I can't get both of them right now. Have to retry. Got to get both top loops. One, two. Now I will chain 1. And then you see this chain 1 space from the previous row? I'm going to do 3 double crochets in it. 1, 2, 3. Do a chain 1. And now I've got my chain 3 from, that's the turning chain, to kind of make it pointy. Like over up here. This is the chain 3. And it makes it a point. So I put 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 double crochets in that same spot. How's everybody doing? One, two, 3. I'm kind of having a hard time here. Now I will chain 1 before I put my next 3 in that chain 1 space over here. Hi, Don. How are you? You're here. All right. The pattern for this is linked in the comment or description box right below this video. It's the top 2 lines for the crochet along pattern. I did a chain 1, and now I do 3 double crochets in the top of the chain 3 from the previous row. Trying to make sure I get under the 2 loops because it'll hold better that way. One, 2. Tina says, I find it easier to get in my chain if I chain right after I turn instead of before I turn. I don't know. I don't know why it's easier for you. But whatever makes it work for you. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. I got 3 rows done. You can see that by counting up the middle V's. 1, 2, 3, or the shells in the chain 3s. So I got 3 rows there. So now I will chain 3 to start row 4. 1, 2, 3. Now I will do 2 more double crochets in that very first double crochet from the previous row. And chain 1. Dawn says, see you using the yarn weight and hook size from the pattern? Nope. It called for a 2-weight yarn, and I'm not using a 2-weight. It's too difficult for me. I am using a 4-weight right now. The red one is a 4-weight. This one was a 3-weight, a lightweight 3 yarn. And I did 12 rows with this one. But it measures 13 inches across from finger to finger here. That's how big you want it. So I'll see how many I can do because this is a 4-weight yarn. But I'm using a 4mm hook too. So now I'm going to do the 3 double crochets in each chain space. Each chain 1 space, I do 3 double crochets, and I separate those chain 3s with a chain space. I sound like I'm talking in circles. Now I'm at the top, and I will do 3 double crochets, then a chain 3 and 3 more double crochets. Timmy said my phone was being a PETA, so I had to shut off, turn back on, and I'm here. All right. Thank you for being here. Maritza says hi to everybody. Awesome. Remember, after each chain 3 or 3 double crochets, you do a chain 1. Do a chain 1 between each set of chain 3s, except for at the top, where you do a chain 3 between the two sets of 3 double crochets. So I do a chain 1, and then I do 3 more double crochets in the next chain space. If I can keep the yarn on my hook. Technical difficulties or crochet difficulties. This is hard. My yarn keeps wanting to come off my hook. Chain 1. Now I'm gonna do 3 double crochets in the top of the first chain or the third chain of the beginning chain 3 from the previous row. That's how I end each round. 1, 2, 3. And then This is my top of the chain 4 or 4 rows I did. Now I will do a chain 3 to begin the next row. 1, 2, 3. Turn my work. 2 double crochets in the very first top of the first double crochet you come to. That counts as your 3 double crochets. That first one, and then you do 2 more. Or the chain 3 counts as your first double. Now I'm going to do a chain 1, and in each space, each chain 1 space over here, 1, 2, 3, I will do a chain or 3 double crochets and a chain 1 in between each group of 3 double crochets. So it's a fairly easy pattern because it's repetitive, very repetitive. You will keep doing this all the way till it's as long and wide as you want it. And then on the last row, you can do the picot edging or you don't have to. That one's up to you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I hope you can figure this out. The pattern, as I said, is at the top of the description box. I got the link. The one who made it is Hey Hey Crochet, is her channel name. She's got the pattern written down. She also has a YouTube tutorial. So I'm working in that corner, the top corner that turns. So I did 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 double crochets. And then we do a chain 1 between each set of 3 double crochets. So I did a chain 1, and then in the next chain one space from the previous row, I will put 3 more double crochets. And my hook keeps coming out. I don't like that because my hand shakes and I can't get it very well. Don says, did you do a magic loop at beginning? You're supposed to, yes. I've done it like 6 times. I'm stuck there. Okay, let me get another skein of yarn to show you. You make a loop with, and you turn your finger. You bring this one on the back side. You grab your yarn through it. Hold your yarn like you do, and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And do 2 more double crochets in that same loop. It's hard to see, for you to see, unless I'm using my document camera. But they have you start with a magic loop so you can tighten your beginning loop after you do all the loops you need to in it. Because you will be doing 2 sets of 3 double crochets in that first loop. So you will do 3 double crochets and then chain 3 and 3 more double crochets in that loop. One, 2. Tina says, everyone send Michelle a photo of your completed bandanas. Yeah, you can send them to me or post them on Facebook at Michelle Crochets. All right, Dawn says, I think I got it. Thank you. After I finish this beginning one, I will show you what I mean by closing it up. We got one more to do. Okay. So there's my first, I did 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. And then I will take this loop and tighten it. So that the loop that you did them in is small. You're welcome, Dawn. I hope that helped. I'll have to do a video of it on my document camera. So you can see my hands. Do a chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1. Three double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1. And now I get to do 3 double crochets in the top of the beginning chain 3 from the previous row. Timmy says, great. Are you following along, Timmy? Did that help you? One, two, three. That's my beginning chain 3, which makes my first. This is what I have of row 5. 1, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I got so far. Okay, so now I need to do 2 more double crochets in that first double crochet that I of that row. 1, 2, chain 1, do 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Oops, the yarn came off my hook again. I guess I don't hold it tight enough. Is everybody getting it? Okay, I did my chain 1, and now I will do the 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets at the top. There's 1 double crochet. I'm working on 2 double crochets and the 3rd double crochet. Now chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 more double crochets in the same space. Anyone need any help, says Tina. Dunn says, yes, I just started row 4. Awesome. Timmy said, just trying to figure out how to do this without what? Magic circle? I don't know how you start your crochet projects, Timmy. It's either a magic circle or a slip knot. And they suggest the magic circle because you can tighten it. Now I'll do a chain 1 and 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, 3 more double crochets in the next chain 1 space. I figured this would be going on for 2 hours. We've been on for 45 minutes so far. I figured we can get most of the way done, if not all the way done with our projects by then. I know me, it takes me a while to crochet. And I know what I'm doing. So for somebody who's brand new, this could take a lot longer. Now I'm gonna did the chain 1 and I gotta do 3 double crochets in the top of the beginning chain 3 from the previous row. Now I'm gonna do a chain 3 and turn my work and do 2 double crochets in that very first chain stitch, or that very first double crochet. You shared this and posted your progress on your community tab. Awesome, Dawn. So I finished row 6 and I'm starting row 7. Chain 1. Now 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, hello, Elaine. How are you? We're working on a head bandana. It's in the comment or description box below this video. The top 2 lines, I have the link for it. It's by Hey Hey Crochet. That's her written pattern, but she has a link in there for a tutorial, a YouTube tutorial, if you want to go check that out. So that's what we're making. Here's one I made with a lightweight 3 yarn. I'm still working on the edges, the straps, because you chain a certain number, then you slip stitch across, then you single crochet across the bottom side, and you then do another chain the same length as this side, and you slip stitch in each of them. So that's kind of, I gave the first one I made away yesterday at a lady that I do Pilates with, who's in my Pilates class, because she loved it. And she's a gift giver. That's her love language. She gave me a bracelet that she picked up when she went on vacation last month. So I wanted to give her something. How are you, Elaine? So glad to have you here. So that's what we're doing. We're working on. Right now I'm using a worsted weight yarn to make it. Elaine says, I'm doing well, sharing you out. Thank you so much. God bless you, Elaine. Thank you. And after each chain 3 or 3 double crochets, you do a chain 1, and then you do 3 more double crochets in the next chain 1 space. And that's where I'm at right now. Elaine says it is pretty. Thank you. I'm glad you're doing well. So if you go to that link in the description box, that's the pattern we're doing. And this is my 3rd one that I'm working on. They're very easy. Hello, Chrysanthemum Flower. How are you? I forgot your first name. I don't know if I even knew it, but sorry. Okay, in each of the corners, this corner here, you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. Elaine says, thank you. Go check it out. Awesome. She has a link for the YouTube tutorial of this also. But I can't I can't do a tutorial of what she did. So I'm going based off of her pattern. It would be easier if I used my document camera to show you all how I'm doing this. Elaine says, awesome. Tina says, hi, Elaine. I've been using a sourdough starter and feeding it and making sourdough bread and sourdough rolls. Elaine says, hello, Timmy and everyone that is coming in. Thank you all for being here. It looks like it says there's only, well, now there's 5 people. There were 3. And now there's 4. I don't understand YouTube's numbers schemes. They're never right. But I got 10 thumbs. Dunn says I'm moving right along now. All right. Wonderful. Don't forget to chain one between each group of the 3 double crochets. And then at the top you do chain 3 between the 2 sets of 3 double crochets. Elaine says, but remember, there are also people watching behind the bushes. Yep. All right. So I'm on row 7. I'm on the second side. I'm on the down slope, I guess. I already rounded the corner. I'm using I Love This Cotton and a 4.5 millimeter hook. That sounds wonderful, Dawn. Yeah, there. Tina says, hi, lovely chrysanthemum flower. I'm sorry I can't remember your first name. Neither can I. If you would tell us, we'd appreciate it. Tina would remember all your names. Elaine says, I will be cooking and listening. Wonderful. What are you making? Hi, Cricket. How are you? We're doing handkerchiefs for the around your hair. I will show you. I gave my first one away. This is my second one. I used 3-weight yarn, lightweight 3. And I started my first rope or edging. It's gonna go kind of like this, and then you wrap it around and you tie it behind your, like under your hair. And I'm having a hard time. Kind of like that, except not up on the forehead. More like, it's hard when you don't have both strings attached. Love the color. Thank you. Everybody's saying hi to Cricket. Cricket loves the color. Thank you. Elaine says a late breakfast and egg sandwich. Ooh. How is the weather in Connecticut? I hear you're supposed to be getting a lot of storms and heat. I know my mom doesn't live far from you, so I keep asking you about the weather. I had some of my homemade yogurt with frozen blueberries and pumpkin seeds. That was my breakfast. I may have an egg sandwich for lunch. I've been into making sourdough rolls, sourdough bread. Cricket says, I would make them, but I don't like anything on my head. I don't even wear hats. Been that way all my life. Don't know why I got disciplined as a child for throwing my Easter bonnet in the pond. Huh. Tina's planning on giving it to her granddaughter as a gift. Dawn says, I had cupcake. You had a cupcake for lunch? Elaine says, we are on the 4th day of heat advisory, like 80s and 90s. It rained yesterday and it will rain this afternoon. We need it. My garden loves it. Awesome. Cricket says that would be nice to give. Yes. And it doesn't take up much yarn. And I think they're wonderful to give away. I gave my first one away yesterday to a lady that does Pilates with me, who's in my Pilates class. She's a gift giver. She gave me something she picked up while she was on vacation, like a shell bracelet. And I saw how she was oohing and eyeing over the one I made. So I gave it to her. And she was so appreciative. And I love giving my handmade items to people who appreciate them. Here too, Elaine, hot, 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 says Cricket. Yes, Northeast has been hot, hot, hot. Cricket says, I have a lot of yarn scraps to use up. Perfect thing to use this up in. Cricket says, Camper, how you doing in this tropical heat wave? Elaine says, New Haven and Fairfield County are the only ones in a heat advisory, but it felt like 100 degrees. Yeah, we get hundreds here a lot. It's miserable. I like to stay in when it's that cold, where the air conditioner is. Okay, I did the chain 3 for my next round, but this is what I've got so far. And we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 rows. Cricket says, I think a trip to the lake is in my future. East Harbor Beach. Awesome. Tina says, I feel like I'm about to melt, Cricket. Yep. That's how we often feel. So now I did the chain 3. That counts as my first double crochet. And now I do 2 more double crochets in the very first stitch. and a chain 1. Now in the next chain 1 space, I do 3 more double crochets. I have some strawberry charms that would look cute on the red one. Awesome. I don't have that. I have beads. That might look cute. Do a chain 1, 3 more double crochets in the next chain space. Elaine says, yes, Cricket, my bathroom feels like a sauna. I think I lost 5 pounds. Sounds wonderful, Elaine. Dawn says, starting row 8. That's where I am. Cricket says, those are mandarin oranges sound good in some orange jello today. Yes. Dawn says it's 86 here right now, but 74 in the house. Right now it is 86 outside and 77 in the house. And we've got ceiling fans, 2 in the kitchen, 1 in the living room, 1 in each bedroom. So as long as the air is moving, I'm okay. If it were not moving, I'd have it done to 70 in here. When it's hot, I don't like to cook. But I do want to make those buns, hamburger rolls, sourdough hamburger rolls later. I've got them expanding right now. I've got them shaped in there. Hello, DIY. How are you? I forgot your name. I'm sorry. Cricket says 75 in my house right now. Elaine says it's 84, but feels like 94 outside. Yeah, with the humidity you guys get, yeah. Corrine, awesome. Welcome. We're making headscarves, kind of. These kind of things that you would put on your head and around here and tie it in the back. That kind of thing. I'm not completely done with this one. I gave the one I finished away, and I started one of the edges, and you got to slip stitch in them all, and then you got a single crochet across this edge, and then do a chain the same length as this on this side, and slip stitch in each stitch, kind of to help strengthen them. It's hot, hot, hot in Nashville. Those headscarves are pretty. Thank you. The pattern is linked in the description box. The top row, the first thing that I have in the description box is this crochet along pattern. Corinne says, hi, Camper, Timmy. Thank you, Cricket. Awesome. And Timmy dropped your link, Corinne. Thank you so much for being here. How are you? Now, for this one, they used a sport weight yarn. I used a lightweight 3, and I did 12 rows. And it made it 13 inches across, which is the length they wanted it from where my fingers are, one end to the other. Corinne says, thanks. Cricket says, yeah, another Tennessean. Love Tennessee, my family. But I live in Ohio. Miss my mountains, my family roots. Uh-huh. My pleasure, doing well, helping my husband referee a soccer tournament. I just entered the scores after the game. How are you, Michelle? I'm doing all right. I'm excited about what I'm doing with the crochet along. I can't wait to finish more of these. I've got plenty of yarn. I've got a lot of worsted weight yarn. So I'm thinking I'm going to be making some clothing. I've got some to make baskets that I already started, so I got to finish those. I've got Afghans going, so I got to work on those. That's awesome that you're helping your husband referee a soccer tournament. That is awesome. Corinne says, Cricket, come back on down to Tennessee. What part of Tennessee do you live in? My husband and I drove to Tennessee one year. My brother lives in eastern Tennessee, northeastern Tennessee, near the Smoky Mountains. What kind of row? I don't know what you mean by what kind of row is that with the picot. It's the edging row, the last row. Bryceville and Lake City, now called Rocky Top, is mine, says Cricket. Huh. I don't know where that is. Yes, edging row. Yes. If you look at the pattern, baskets would be cool. Yeah, it is fun to help out. We live in between Nashville and Knoxville in Crossville. Lots of vills here. Yeah, my husband and I were looking at moving to Tennessee for a while, and we've looked at houses in Crossville. We didn't actually see them there, but we saw them on, they list houses for sale on the internet in various parts of the wherever you want to live. Corinne says, Cricket, we've been to Rocky Top. Cool. Knoxville is real close to my family, says Cricket. My brother lives about 40 miles east of there, east of Knoxville. Maybe a little farther. Is Knoxville Eastern or Central time zone? Knoxville is a slamming city. Cricket says, I will be going through there on the 29th on my way to Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, wow. How exciting. How exciting. Hopefully my something is better by then. I don't know what that says. Because of that hard, I can't read it. My back. Oh, what's wrong with your back, Cricket? Timmy says the link for the pattern is on Michelle's community page. It is also in the description box right below this video, Timmy. Corinne says, I hope so. Yeah, hopefully your back is better by then. Traveling with a bad back is not fun. Okay, I'm working along. I'm on row 8. I've had to stop a few times to read what everybody's writing. So Dawn's gonna bypass me. Okay, I'm finishing this chain 3 space or 3 doubles. Now I did a chain 1 and now I'm in the corner. So I'm gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 more double crochets. Cricket says, I got up yesterday and stood up and my back locked up. My legs are really aggravating me. Oh no. We've had issues with our tight hamstrings, and that could be the problem too, Cricket. Timmy says, here's Michelle's link. All right. If they're here, they're already subscribers. Thank you all for joining me in this. This is fun. So I did 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets in that top stitch where the 3 double crochets are. And then I got to do a chain 1 before I do my next set of 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Hello, Luann. How are you? Gots to go. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for coming, Corrine. Cricket says, don't forget to show some love. Hit the thummies. Thank you. Tina says, hi, Luann. Yes, 14 thumbs up, says Timmy. All right. Thank you, everyone. Dawn says, okay, now I'm starting row A. I had to unload and load the dishwasher. Got to do chores between rows. Hey, it works. It works. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. I've got to do that again. Chain 1. And then next one. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. 1, 2. Okay, Luann says hello to Timmy and Cricket and Tina. I saw a bag I'm going to make, says Timmy. All right. Good luck with that. How do you start projects if you don't start with a slip knot, Timmy, or a magic circle? That is my question to you. Now I got to do 3 double crochets in the top of the beginning chain 3 from the previous row. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This is what I've got so far. Got 8 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I finished 8 rows. Sue says I'm working here listening. Awesome. How is the weather there in Iowa, Sue? So I did 2 more double crochets in the very first stitch because that chain 3 counts as my first stitch. Then I do a chain 1 and then 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. Thank you everyone for being here. If any of you need help, just ask. Tina or I can help you. I know that for a fact. Tina is very good with all these crochet patterns. She has taught me a few things. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Sue says very hot and humidity today is in the sweltering category. Wow. Well, I haven't been outside. I don't want to go outside. And if it gets hot up here, I may go camp out in the basement with my crocheting, of course. And it may get that hot by when I bake those rolls. I have not bought bread since I started making sourdough bread and sourdough rolls with the starter that my daughter gave me back in March. Everybody's saying hi to Kathy. How are you, Kathy? We've been working on headscarves. The pattern is in the description box. This is the second one I've made. I didn't finish the strings, the straps. But when I'm done, I will get it done and it'll go like this. And I'll tie it behind my head. Timmy says the pattern for this is on Michelle's community page. It is there, but it's also in the description box right below this video, the top line. But thank you. My husband was driving a little go-kart in a parade today in a small town about an hour and a half from here. So now I'm at the top, and in this top chain 3 space, I will put 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. Is everything going well, Kathy? Do a chain 1 space between each group of chain 3s. From now on, till you get to the end of the row. Chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space and do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. The pattern for this, yeah, it's on Michelle's community page. Yes. Chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space and do 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1, 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 1, 2. Oops, I lost part of it. The yarn split. 3 and chain 1, and now I did 3 double crochets in the top of the chain 3 that began my previous row. 1, 2, 3. Thought you could change color for the edging. Well, I kind of did on this one, or no, on my last one. You saw my thumbnail? That was a picture of the first one I made, and I gave it away. This one I'm changing color for the straps. It's a darker green. It's part of this mandala. The color is Genie. It's a 3-weight, lightweight 3. And then there's grays, blacks, and white in there, as well as the greens. So I'll be making a gray, black, and white one too. But that is a very good idea, Timmy. I may just do that. But I'm not ready yet. It's only row 9. Let me get my, if I could find it, here it is, to measure. It should be 13 inches across. And I think I've got 2 more rows to do to get it that long. It is 10.5 inches. So I've got 2 or 3 more rows to do before it'll be ready for me to change color. So do a chain 3, and that chain 3 counts as your first double crochet for the next row. You turn your work, you do 2 more double crochets in the very first stitch. And then chain 1, and then 3 double crochets in each chain 1 space. And you separate each group of 3 double crochets with a chain 1. Woohoo, 16 thumbs. All right, wonderful. Thank you all. One, two, three. Chain 1. Go to the next chain 1 space and do 3 more double crochets. Kathy says it's also on Hey Hey Crochet, Timmy. Yes, it is. Because that's where I got the pattern from. It's a free pattern. I'm not allowed to do tutorials on what somebody else made, but we can all crochet the same thing, and if you have problems, I could help you. That's why I do it this way. Our crochet alongs. Here's Hey Hey Crochet. All right. Thank you, Timmy. Now I'm at the top, and the top gets 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 more double crochets. Chain 1. Then in the next chain 1 space, I do 3 more double crochets. It's a very easy pattern. If you know the basics, It's very easy to follow, very repetitive. So it's a great pattern. I'd love to make more of these. And I may make a bunch more with my 3-weight yarn, lightweight 3. The mandala. I've got several skeins of mandala yarn. You can get at least 3 or 4, maybe even more, uh, of these headscarves out of one skein. Because each skein has 590 yards. So, how is everybody doing, and what are your plans this weekend? Mine involve this: baking bread, baking hamburger rolls with the sourdough. Before the work week starts, I will be cooking hard boiled eggs because we like to take those in our lunch. My husband takes 2 of them every day to work as part of his snack, like during one of his breaks. So he takes hard boiled eggs and then for one snack. And then he brings some leftovers from the night before, usually for his main meal. One, two. I thank you all for being here. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rows. And I got 12 inches. One more row for this one. So I do 2 double crochets in the first stitch of this row, the top of the double crochet. So that's my beginning chain 3. Chain 1. Now I do 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space. If I can go without dropping my yarn off my hook. Hmm. Thank you all for being here. It means so much to me. I hope you all make something beautiful with this pattern. I would love to see your works if you want to email them to me or put them on our Facebook group. I would appreciate it. Just a minute, please. I gotta go stop a timer. Luann says, I've been working on my block stitch granny square blanket and hoping to be able to do some of those bandanas that you are making. I love them. I really like them, especially with the 3-weight yarn. I do not do the 2-weight very often. I made one item with 2-weight yarn, and it's slow going because it doesn't work up very fast. When they made this bandana with the 2-weight yarn, they made 15 rows to get it as wide as this is, 13 inches from end to end. I don't know. I like it in the 3-weight, but I'm using worsted weight right now. It might look good too. I kind of like it with the 3-weight though. We'll see how it turns out. So I'm on the last round of with this stitch, and then for the picot border, I may, and the ties, I may use a different color. And I'm looking here. I can either use this color, which is like an aqua blue, or I've got some black. So we'll see once I'm done with this row. If I use the black though, I may need to put my neck light on because I have a hard time seeing the black, the stitches, where I have to stick the crochet hook. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you get a lot of use out of making these headscarves or bandanas or whatever you want to call them. Hair ties. Oops. Gotta do a chain one between them. Is there anything else you're planning on doing this weekend, everyone? I think I'll be working on my crochet projects. I'm at the top corner, so I do 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 double crochets. Dawn says I'm making jam. Yum. Tomorrow. All right. Wonderful. My husband and I went when we were in Wyoming last month. We went to a little downtown souvenir shop, kitchen gadget type store in downtown Cheyenne. My sister-in-law and her family lived there in Cheyenne, Wyoming. So they took us to this little store downtown, and they had jams and jellies, and they had strawberry rhubarb, something you don't see in the grocery stores. And my husband's favorite pie is strawberry rhubarb. If it's made right, it is delicious. And so we got him strawberry rhubarb jam. And it is very good. I really got to liking strawberry rhubarb pie as well. And Tina's working on organizing her fabric if her pain subsides. Yeah, we've been praying for God to take our pain away. I hope it subsides. Cricket said that's Terry's favorite too. Awesome. Casey told them they asked it as an introductory question. State your name and your favorite pie at a church Sunday school class one year. And when people heard him say strawberry rhubarb, they're like, ooh, made right, it is delicious. So, but I guess he's had it where it wasn't made right either. So, I had never heard of it until he mentioned that. So then I was on the lookout for it. And my daughter even made a strawberry rhubarb pie for him. My daughter's a good cook, by the way. She's the one who gave me, she's made so many things with that sourdough starter, including cinnamon rolls. I've never ventured out that far. I count it a blessing that I can make the bread, and now I can make the rolls. I am thrilled with that. So I'm excited. I keep forgetting to put a chain one. Shame on me. So tomorrow our plans are to go to church. I don't know what our plans are after that. But I'm going to do the devotional in the morning at 6:30 as usual. And I think we're going to do another chapter of Romans, the next chapter. I think it's 11. Probably around 11 o'clock in the morning Central Time, which is noon Eastern Time. So that way other people can get home from church before we start. Do you think that'll be a good time, everyone? 11 Central or noon Eastern to do a Bible study of Romans chapter 11. Hello, Miss Glow. How are you? So glad to have you here. We're making headscarves. I did not finish this one. Yeah. But it will go like this and then have ties in the back. And I would end to work in. Timmy and Tina say hi, Gloria. Gloria says, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be doing a tutorial or a crochet along. The link for this pattern is in the description box below. Timmy also put it in the chat box. So now let me measure if I can find it. Yep, 13 inches. I did it with the worsted weight yarn. I did 11 rows. I always start my new color with a slip knot because I'm so afraid of it unraveling. So what I do is I'm gonna have to do this over. The last stitch of the red, the last double crochet, I'm gonna get it done up to the last time I have to yarn over and pull through. When I've got 2 loops on my hook, that's where I take my next color and I put it on my hook, tighten it, and I pull it through. Then I'm gonna chain 1 because that's what it says to do for the final row edging. I'm gonna single crochet in the first 3 stitches. So there's, oops, and my yarn came out of my hook again. Okay. One. 2. 3. And then my yarn came off my hook again. Then I'm gonna do a picot, which is chain 3, slip stitch in the 3rd chain from hook, and then I will do a chain 4, which is single crochet in the chain 1 space. If my yarn keeps falling off my hook. I don't like that, and especially black, I can't see it. One, and then in the top of the next 3 double crochets, I do a single crochet in each of those. Then I do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I do a slip stitch in the third chain from the hook and single crochet in the chain 1 space. And in the next 3, top of the next 3 double crochets, I single crochet in each of those. Then I do a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch. Wait, I can't see because it's black. And then I slip stitch in the chain 1 space, or single crochet in the chain 1 space, and single crochet in the top of the next 3 double crochets. 1, 2. Oh. This is what that looks like so far. Pretty cool, huh? Timmy says, Michelle, if you added 1 row white, then blue, like from your red, white, and blue top, that would look pretty neat. I didn't think of that. White. You're giving me all kinds of ideas. Thank you, Timmy. So it'll be a little bigger than my other ones, a little bigger than that's pretty cool. Very ingenious, Timmy. Very creative. Yeah. You'll have a matching bandana for your top. Yes. Thank you. How creative. Thank you. Should I do just one row of white, Timmy? I have now been live more than 2 hours. Longer than anticipated. Don says, oh, Tina's, wait, everybody's been talking. You'd be cute as a butterfly. All done, sent it to your email. Mine is yellow. Awesome. Have you done the picot at the point? What am I supposed to do there? Well, I started it with the black, but I took it off because of Timmy's great idea. You're going to chain one when you for the next round. That does not count as a stitch. You will single crochet in the first 3 double crochets. Then you will chain 3 and then slip stitch in the 3rd stitch from your hook. So I'm not there. I'm not on the top row or the edging row anymore. I'm on an extra white row of the 3 double crochets, chain 1 until I get to the corner. Yes, then the picot in blue. Yep, that'll be after this row. How exciting. This will look so neat. Don says, I've done all the picots on the upside. Now I'm at the top, but not sure how to picot there. You're going to chain 1 in the chain 3 space, then do a picot, chain 3, slip stitch in the 3rd chain from hook, and then do another single crochet in that chain 3 space. And then continue the way you've been going. The picture in the tutorial shows you that you do not do a picot right before the corner. You've got that chain 3. And then you've got the corner space. So you're going to chain single crochet in each of those. No, 3 double crochets before the corner. You're going to single crochet in each of those. Then you're going to single crochet in the chain 3 space. And then do a picot. And then you're going to single crochet again in the chain 3 space. Then you're going to single crochet in the next 3 double crochets and then do another picot. And you're going to continue that all the way down. Thanks, got it. You're welcome. I did 4 single crochets, picots, 4 single crochets done. Wonderful. Thank you, Tina. I'm at the corner. So I'm halfway done with the white side, white row. Awesome. Cricket says, I'm gonna go lay down. You all have a beautiful rest of your day. You too, Cricket. Take care. Have a blessed day, Cricket, says Tina. Cricket says, I will have you play so I can listen and lurk in the bushes. All right, Cricket. Thank you. I'll be getting off here soon. God bless. Take care. Be safe. Hugs, says Timmy. Hello, Daphne. How are you? And Tina and Timmy say hi, Daphne. Awesome. How are you, Daphne? Timmy gave me a great idea. So I'm adding on to my headscarf or head bandana. I don't know what to call it. Daphne says I'm doing well in the AC, knitting and watching lives. Wonderful. Timmy says, Michelle, please show what you have. This is what I have so far. It's pretty, says Daphne. Thank you. Dawn says triangle shape head thingy. Okay, sounds good. Triangle shape head thingy. Triangle shape head thingy. Bandana. Uh-huh. Bandana scarf thingy. Sounds good to me. Okay, I finished Picos. Woohoo! I'm not there yet because I'm making mine a little bit bigger. You are on the down stretch, Dawn. Daphne says, I hope I have all the yarn to finish the sweater. I went this morning to get more. Awesome. How do you do the ties? The pattern shows you chain 46 on one side, you slip stitch all the way down in each stitch, single crochet in the bottom straight edge, then do a chain 46 and slip stitch in all of them, starting with the second chain from the hook, and then you tie it off. I forgot to do a chain one there. Hello, Susan Burke. How are you? I have been here for a while. Tablet wouldn't let me type. What are you making? Headscarf. Bandana triangle thingy. We're trying to figure out what to call it. Okay, now I need my blue. Everybody saying hi to Susan. Timmy says bandana, lol. One of these things, I'm not done with it. This one got ends to work in, but one of those, Susan. I'm good. Whose pattern? Hey Crochet. I got it linked in the description box below this video. Hello to everyone in the chat. Timmy says the pattern is on our community page. Yes, it is there, and it's also just below this video. I made sure I put it there. Okay, I attached the blue for the edging. One, two, three. 2, 3. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Did you see the one that Bagaday just put out? I saw something she put out not today, or I don't think she put it out yesterday, but the day before. I forget what it was. Michelle, your top is on the back of your chair, and I see the red bandana you started. Gave me the idea to add white and blue to your bandana. All right. Yeah, I'm not quite done with the bottom, the blue part. Okay, it is a bandana. All right. Yeah, I haven't checked it out too well. But I saw that she put something up there. This is going to be so cute. Timmy says, "Oh, I know that, but it's still going to look great." Awesome. I'm going to have to get going for today. I'll be back on later. I'll post a picture of this, or maybe I'll go back live later when I'm done with this. All right, everyone. Thank you all. Thank you, Timmy, for the ideas. That is so awesome. I'm having a hard time getting this in the correct stitches right now, which is why I need to go. But I will see you all later. I will be back on maybe in a couple hours. I'm gonna show you this when it's done. This is what I've got of the blue so far, the picots. I will see you all later. Have a great day, everyone. We'll look for you later. Take care. You too. Take care, Susan. God bless you. Timmy says, God bless. Take care. Be safe. Y'all hugs. Stay hydrated. Yes. Bye for now, everyone.